No, didn't see you there. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is going on with this mower. I'm starting to think that from right about from the cylinders out, I had a feeling this whole dang thing's been assembled upside down. You know, the swather's certainly not on the right way. That level piece and that piece there should be facing inward with that as the bottom. I suppose that's simple enough. That can detach there. But the way this continuously wants to flip over and push into the dirt, even though it's got this skid plate, I don't know. I'm seriously thinking there's something wrong with the way this stuff is mounted. Oh, there's a tricky looking thing. You see that? Oh, well. What can I say? I don't have the luxury at the moment. So, best is, let's just get her down there and get her engaged. It works pretty good too, actually. If you don't put it down and just leave it up, it seems to work as well. But I was going to wait a little longer before we started cutting grass, just in the hopes it would get a little thicker, but I don't know. Looks pretty scruffy. I think it's just the type of grass we have here. It's just not going to be what we're looking for. Yeah, I can see this coming. So you can see, though, our field is doing relatively well. We are first day of late spring and all. And yeah, as you can see, she's doing pretty good. I'm going to get in here and do a little bit of a weeding here pretty quick. I just like to say, I got to get me some grass cut. I know we still got a couple of bales sitting down at the shop there, thanks to the folk at Massey, but I don't imagine for a moment that's going to last very long. And I'm also pretty sure that if we get this done right quick, dang, it's hard to see that other grass in there. If we get this done good and quick, I should be able to do this at least once more before we gotta worry about how much fodder we actually have on board for our cattle. Because we're also going to get to add, hopefully by fall, we'll get to add a little bit of silage and such to their diets. So in the meantime, wheels on the bus go round and round. It's like a farmer in his field there. Yeah. Got a little tedder sitting up there. Because grass is so darn wet, it'll rot within a couple of days. You can see we just had a heavy shower again last night. So, been a really wet spring. That means we really got to watch out for rot. And have to make sure we don't get the powdery mildew coming in on that wheat. But that's okay. I got a good secret for that. It's, I found the only stuff they sell that just basically won't completely kill off your entire land for 1,000 years after you use it works out to about $1,600 an acre to spray it. And it does, granted, it's some kind of a copper-based animal, copper sulfate-based animal, and it does get rid of pretty much all the mildews and the molds. But I figured out that, see, there's a protein in milk that does pretty much exactly the same thing. Because basically all the copper sulfite's doing is giving a radical pH change to the surface of your plant. And one thing molds don't like, well, pretty much nothing likes, is a pH profile that's alien to their chemistry, something too high or too low, and it usually means we die. So, you know. But there is a protein in milk, especially raw milk works a little better. Or so I'm told. I think it's an old wives' tale, because it's not actually in the fat of the milk. As I say, it's in a protein, and all milk contains it. But you can spray anywhere from 25 to 50% ratio mix of milk and water onto pretty much any kind of mildew you've ever run into, and it will control it quite effectively. Again, it changes the pH quite radically on the surface without affecting the plants. And of course, being milk, well, other than a little bit of a sour smell, but then again, if you can spread 600 ton of cow dung on something and not walk away feeling a little then a little bit of sour milk ain't never killed anybody. But yeah, it'll take care of it, and I think we're probably going to have to try it this year. I can't see having this wet a spring and not having mildew issues. It's an unfortunate thing. Just glad I don't run some of the veggie crops like squashes and such, or any of the wide leaf, because the bigger the leaf, the more likely of the mildew. And it is devastating. But it turns out that if I use milk instead of about $1,600 an acre, I can do it for about $350 an acre. Yeah. So, even though the milk is a nice sale product, and we do have a commitment to sell some of it, we also have a commitment to keep our fields healthy. Oops. I just completely lost track of where we were going there for a moment. We're actually almost through this. I don't know how good a job it's going to turn out to be, but we're almost through it. Ooh. This thing doesn't like to back up with that motor on there, but a couple of feet's okay. Alright, let's finish this off now. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Have to make a trip here into town at some point as well and see about selling off the eggs. I think I got quite a few. They're waiting to go down. So I don't really want any more chickens right now, so I don't want them hatching. I gotta get them in there. Alright. We are darn near done. I'm gonna say I'll tether this whole thing up. See how it does. Hopefully we get a little bit off of here. We got the baler ready. And we got a shredder for getting her all mixed up when we need to, or getting her into the cows. Alright, well, looks like there's just a one little patch down the middle, and we're good. Good to go with our mow. We'll probably have to do a little bit more over on that other side there or something. There's a fair bit of open grass here still. Alright, let's get that up there. Just reach down there, pull that lock. There we go. Flip that over. Good. That's good. Alright. It's not looking too bad. I definitely want to run that weeder through there, though. Oh, don't do it, you madman. There you go. Always dodging chickens. Oh, looks like one of the hens has gone up to drop me an egg. Good for her. Good for her. Let's get this put away. Just tuck her here in the corner. Should do. Get that off of there. Now I'll lower it down. It's really hard to get in there. See? Once you lower it down, it doesn't leave you a lot of space, and trying to get that PTO disconnected is just a monster of a job. There we go. Oh, don't you fall down. Alright. Oh. Okay. Looks like we're stable. Now, I know we also got some milk we could deal with if we wanted to. So here's our little weeding unit. It's kind of different. I'll be taking her for a plow here pretty quick. But first most and worst most, let's go grab onto this puppy. Well, there's a shocker. The cows are producing dung. Yeah, I know. All you city folks think we're a whole farming group is just obsessed with offal. But it's a pretty important part of the chain. You know, I know a fellow farming out at the coast. Now, he ain't got much more than a hobby farm, admittedly. But, I mean, then again, we only got one field. We're not exactly, you know, the McCain's potato people or nothing. But, he's actually got a small fish farm that starts in a creek and runs down, and he gets himself these farm-raised trout, which he really doesn't care for, and I can't say as I blame him. I'm not a fan of farmed fish. But he's got a whole cycle going, where basically all of the waste from the fish goes back into his farm, and he's got some of the nicest and therefore best dollar-fetching veggies that you find anywhere on that whole area. When he brings crops in, I kid you not, people are lining up. It's quite a thing, you know. And I'd like to see more of that go on. Now, I don't exactly have the resources here. We don't have any running water, amongst other things, and that's not your only issue, of course. There we go. I don't know if I has a windrower. That's going to be a thing. Suppose we'd have done a little better here too if there wasn't so much moisture in the ground, but this'll help. I'm still going to leave it before I pick it up though for a day. And we'll just let it air as we flip it over. If I have to go over it again with a tedder, I'll do that. That's sometimes happens when we get this much rain. You know, all you do is flipping over us another side for it to get rained on. How's our weather looking here? I think I got my forecast app. Oh, 2 days of sunshine, a little bit of cloud for the weekend. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, well, we can live with that. What are you doing back there? Are you even doing anything? You're not. Why the heck not? Know what's going on? Well, I guess you are. You just don't seem to change the color of things much, do it? Well, that's not great. Because that's going to make it really hard to tell what the heck's going on here. That's really strange. I've never seen that before. Must be just really wet. Yeah, it's going to make things a little bit awkward because I have no idea where we've already been. Well. See, obviously we've been across here. It's not tethering anything. So if we move beside that point, then it starts to work again. Alright. I have a feeling I know what's going on. I've got a thing that allows me to feed hay as grass, and I have a feeling that that's causing the grass to stay looking like grass even though it's being tethered. I'm not sure. That's the only thing I can think of because I've never seen this before. You know, usually you go over it with a tether and bang, you just go woohoo. You know, it looks like the stuff that's coming off it. It's a completely different color even than anything you're going to run into. Yeah, let's move over to the third row. Well, the only way I'm going to be able to do this is just to go back and forth. Yeah. Ooh. Didn't realize there was a tree right there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to, something's gonna have to give here. Because I'm just going pretty much blind. That's not good. I mean, I can sort of see the rows, but it's really hard when you come around a corner to decide which is the next row. See, this has already been done. Alright, well I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the tether just for now. And we'll go and get the weeding done on this field. And then I will see about coming back and tethering it when it's dried a bit. Seas. Alright, let's go get our weeder. Not really sure what the deal is with this thing. Looks like a bunch of broken welding rods hanging off a bed frame, but I suppose. I don't think there's a PTO. Alright, up you come. Alright. Oh! Right between the wheels. I'm glad this thing, the wheels are so far apart. Start real generous down here on the side of the field. So I would think that our time here is pretty much up for the day. Hope everybody enjoyed their visit. Oh yeah, well, it seems to be working. You can see it scraping up the stuff there. That's nice. Seems to be leaving the weed alone. That's a great thing. So, I do hope everybody enjoyed their visit today. If they did, well, you know how it works. There's all them interwebs things that you can do. And, well, that'll just make me all the more popular with the boys down at Massey, and we'll just have so much better a season. So, there you go. Go do your city things now. I'm going to continue doing what I do, which is to say the same dang thing over and over. Alright, you folks take care of each other, eh? We'll see you later.